Okay, I'm here again to finish up the story. Sorry I left you hanging. Things happen. I love this thing. This thing, they call it toast here in Poland, but it's really just a nice little piece of bread that's filled with cheese. So good. Um, so where did I leave off? Oh, dot, 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 right? Come to find out that JG had been chased really by the FBI from Oklahoma to Maine to Massachusetts, I think a few other states, because he had been making CB. Okay. And he had been assaulting his daughters all the while, like even when I had been a roommate with him. Which now looking back, I'm like, what? Like what? But at the same time, I worked a lot. Like there was at a time I was working like 2 jobs. I was a bartender and I was like working at a taco place and just a lot of craziness, you know what I mean? And unless we were like making specific plans together, I wasn't always there at the house. But I guess his daughters were the ones to blow the whistle on him and basically be like, look, dad is, taking us in the shower and doing some stuff and blah, 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 blah. Then, okay, and come to find out the night that I had told you guys previously where they were like, oh, what's this on our computer? What's this on our laptop, man? Like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Where he tried to play it off. I'm not going to say the name of the website. I'm going to say partial name. And if you guys don't know, don't go look for it, please. I don't know nothing about it, honestly. I don't know anything. But the pseudo name for it was Hard Sweets, okay? That's not the real name of it, but that's like the pseudonym, I guess I can give it. Hard Sweets, okay? And it had to do with young girls from I think the age of like 9 to like 14. Then come to find out my ex homegirl, his baby mama, and this whole time, you guys, he had told me that he was 26. And he was one of those people that when you looked at him, it was very hard to kind of like place his age. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, you could be 26 or you could be like 46. You know what I mean? Like you really can't, to me, I'm sorry, there's some people whose faces you just can't tell, that's how it is for me. You can't tell. I can't tell sometimes. Because, hereditary things, some people start losing their hair early, but, they still have like a young baby face. And that was like kind of him, So I was like, this guy, I took him at his word when he was like, oh, I'm 26, 27, I was like, oh, okay, I was 21 and my homegirl was 20. Not understanding or being disclosed the full scope of their relationship, come to find out he had been grooming her at 15 or 16. And in reality, he was like 34. All this comes out afterwards. So they had chased him down to his sister's house where he was trying to hide out. Okay. And when he had sent me that message, he was in prison because they were about to have this trial. And I think he had messaged me because they had been asking a lot of people different questions. And I think he had asked me because he didn't know whether like they would come and ask me about my time, because they were interviewing a lot of people. And thank God they didn't. I didn't want to be a part of that mess. Like, leave me out of it. Like, I don't good. I'm glad they got you. You know what I mean? But leave me out of it. But yes. Okay. this is how I came to find out, because everybody had messaged me wondering if I had also been if the FBI had also talked to me about that time period because they were able to trace him, in all of this stuff, in all of these networks, and there's these different things going on from back when we were roommates, and this is almost, thinking about it, this is like almost 2 years later. So within like a 4-year span, so I from 21 to 24, 25, and I was like, what the frick? Like, what? But yes. So there's the little wrap up of my story. That is how I came to find out that my roommate, my ex-roommate, was a PDO. And needless to say, I feel bad for my ex homegirl, like the baby mama. Me and her used to be really close, but sometimes people can't let go of trauma. Sometimes people like trauma affects them in ways that they can't hold, good relationships anymore. And I understand, and I pray for her daily. But yeah. So that's how I found that out. And it really tripped me out, and it made me always nervous to ever be roommates with people again, because I knew I knew there was something off, but honestly, never in my wildest dreams did I think when he would and this is also another thing, there would be some times where he'd be like, oh, I need you guys to leave the apartment because we're cleaning the carpets or stuff like that. And then because tired, fast, life is very fast paced sometimes when you're young. And then you look back and you're like, those carpets were never cleaned. It still looked like it's shit in there, what the heck? I need to eat this. But thanks for listening to my story. But it's crazy. It was crazy. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be good. Know you're loved and needed. And if you've gone through anything hard, know that is not the sum total of your worth. Just know that. That is not the sum total of your worth. You're worth so much more than what other people do to you. Mad love. And I'll be back with another story. Bye, guys.